So Travis, why don't you kind of kick us off here and talk a little bit about the terms so that people understand the difference between fungible and non-fungible?
Yeah, that's one of the things that people go, what does that even mean? NFT, non-fungible token, what is that? Well, to really understand that, I guess you need to understand what fungible is. So actually right now I am currently in Albania on vacation and going to be here all day with us, but I want to show you this. This right here is a 100 lei token here from Albania, and this is also a 100 lei token, and guess what? They're interchangeable. They're the same, right? So it's like if somebody gives me this one, I can give them this one. It's the same. They're interchangeable. Somebody hands me a $5 bill and I hand somebody else a different $5 bill. That's okay. They're interchangeable.
What is that called? What's that called? It's a lei?
Yeah, it's it's an L-E-K, but they say lei.
So you got lei.
I don't want to get. I'm not going to leck it, but it's an L-E-K. Yeah, it's Albania. They are their dollars are very interesting as well. So say for example, here's a 5,000 won, and here's also 5,000 won. They are interchangeable because they are valued exactly the same. But digital collectibles might not be valued the same. They might be worth different.
So those are fungible, but what we're talking about when we're talking about, so a dollar is a dollar, and all Ethereum is the same. One Ethereum is the same as another Ethereum, and one Bitcoin is the same as another Bitcoin. It doesn't matter when that Bitcoin was mined. You know, the first Bitcoin to be mined is the same as the 18 millionth Bitcoin to be mined.
That's true. And one Doge is equal to one Doge.
Always.
I'll put that in there.
Now, but a non-fungible token, this is a scarce digital asset that's on a distributed ledger, and they are not the same. Every NFT is unique and provides real world proof of ownership of virtual goods, and not just virtual goods, also can be used for real goods.
They can. Yeah, so look at this. So there's some of the crypto kitties up at the very top. Those came out, what, 2017, 2018. Those are not the same. They're not equal. You know, think about tickets. You get a front row ticket, that's a little bit different than a back row ticket, right? Those are worth different. Same things with homes. And those things are non-fungible, things that are not valued equally.
They're different, yo. So when we kind of, I like to make some comparisons between systems and technology we've seen before and kind of correlating it to a new technology so you can kind of understand where we are. So back in 2003, we saw the launch of real social media with MySpace, and everybody was Tom's friend, and you were Tom's friend. Tom took the money and ran as quick as he could. And it's probably,
Tom, you know what I like about Tom? Tom never stole our data.
Tom never stole our data.
Yeah, I love Tom. He kept our stuff private.
So the MySpace moment was that it was the cornerstone, the beginning of social media, and the NFT MySpace moment took place in 2017 when Dapper Labs launched Crypto Kitties. And well, I mean, you and I went down the Crypto Kitty rabbit hole right away.
Well, we did because we kind of thought it was a joke. Like we made it like a big joke. We just kept meowing and laughing about it. And, you know, you took it more serious than I did because you actually kept your private keys to I literally had just gotten my MetaMask set up, and then my computer crashed. And so we had a bunch of like really early Genesis level crypto kitties, and you still have yours, and mine are all abandoned, lost on the blockchain because I lost the keys on that thing.
Yeah, you're a bad crypto kitty owner. Your kitties, they're out there, you know, they're looking for their daddy, and you're never
kitty litter box. So hopefully they're using that, not on the couch or something.
Well, it was a heck of a moment. Crypto kitties made quite a splash, and they're still going today. And Dapper is really innovating. You know, we covered on Bad Crypto not too long ago that they now have the rights to the Dr. Seuss properties, and they're going to be rolling those out here sometime.
And doing some NBA Top Shot stuff, and I believe they're going to be with us later on talking about that. And there's going to be some giveaways with that maybe later on, right?
I believe you're correct. Look at this one right here. This one with the guitar. I mean, they went from simple breeding of kitties to, they've got props in there now and all kinds of different looks and poses. So they've come a long way. Now, many of you are familiar, having been a child at some point, with the Topps brand and the Garbage Pail Kids. These were a big hit in 1985 and going forward, and these physical cards are still being produced today. Well, if CryptoKitties was the MySpace moment, what's the Facebook moment? The Facebook moment is that moment in social media where the earth shook, where a site launched and very few people paid attention in 2004 or even knew about the Facebook at that point as it launched on a college campus. But this site, when it launched, would forever change the face of social media. Well, in the NFT world, that happened with Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, it was a very exciting moment. So, as Joel mentioned, Facebook, when it first started, it slowly took off, and then it hit like a fire, and then it just went boom. And that's kind of really where I think we are now with this. And so what happened was Topps partnered with Wax, and they released Garbage Pail Kids on the blockchain for the very first time. And you know what? That very first release, Mr. Joel Comm, they started selling them. They sold out their mega packs in about 7 hours. And then over the next day or so, they sold out all the rest of their packs. And they sold out about 110,000 cards. Took them about 27 hours to sell out of the complete set.
Yeah, now these packs, I mean, they've been sold out, and the value of these first edition packs, it has been as high as 20x or so. Like a 5-pack from Series 1 retailed for $4.99, and now you can't get one for under $175.
Yeah, I know the mega packs, they started out as $25, and Jeremy was talking about earlier how they are now over $750. So that's about a 30x increase in price, it would seem to me.
Yeah, so in there's going to be a giveaway of one of those mega packs today. But this was a moment that, I would say fewer than 1,000 people participated in the sale, but the ground did shake. And this is forever the landmark moment in NFTs where a existing intellectual property entered the space so quickly and so easily, and built community. In fact, it's one of the things that that inspired us to. Oh, do we actually have a pack opening here? We do. You know what? I'm going to let this play.
In both packs today, we've had worse luck than both yesterday
and the day
there
before.
We go. You should be able to hear it now.
So let's see. This might be the last pack if we don't get something good.
I forgot I had a pack opening in here.
Let's get a money pack. Come on, give us something.
Something good.
Okay. Yeah! Yes!
Yeah!
Oh! We got one! Oh, sorry for yelling. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's the best one.
Super rare. We just hit a super rare TV Stevie Collector's Edition card. Oh, man.
I love when we pick up on these things on live streams. We had this happen with Blockchain Heroes a couple weeks ago, that we were doing live streaming, and we do our community unpackings several times a week, and somebody opened up a 1-of-1 secret smoke card during one of the streams, and it was epic. It was just one of those moments.
That was one of the things that was fun about that, and we'll talk about that later, is having digital scarcity is what makes these digital collectibles so valuable. And there's different components to that, the mint number, and when those were opened, and a lot of different things that can make those cards a little more rare. And when there's only one in the whole complete collection, people get really excited. Now, this right here was also a one of one. This is the Koshkat, and Koshka is actually Russian for cat, and Koshkat is a Momo Wang project that they created. And this right here went for auction on Nifty Gateway and sold for $10,500, yo. $10,500 for that one crypto kitty.
You know, and just what, it was just a few weeks ago on Nifty Gateway, they had their biggest ever auction that's happened since this. It was, I can't remember the name of it, but it featured a buffalo on it and the artwork. It was moving, and it sold. The highest bid was, get this, $55,555.55.
That's somebody who really likes fives. I bet they love Subway $5 footlongs too.
Well, we'll probably hear this from Duncan Cock-Foster later, but they now sell displays, full-size LED monitors that are designed to showcase your art. So people spending money on these animated tokenized art pieces can display them on their walls just like you would display any art, only it's cooler because it's moving.
Yeah, and if you get tired of it, you just flip the switch and then a new one pops up.
Change the channel. niftygateway.com, they release a couple, they do 2 drops every week now from different artists, and these here, they're actually animated. This is just a screenshot of it, but they sell out so quickly. I actually bought one this week, Travis.
You did?
I bought in fact, let me see if I can find it for you. It's a boom
one of the
box.
Animated ones?
One of the animated ones. Yeah, it's a boom box.
Oh, nice.
From the artists. I got to log in here with my MetaMask, and I figure I'll show this off. Yeah, there's my profile.
Now, what's on the screen right now? The dude with the eyeballs right there. That's got that one right there is really kind of gruesome. His eyeballs sort of pop out of his face, and then he grows new eyeballs, and then they fall out of his face. There's new ones.
And new ones come back. So this is the one that I bought. From Lyle Owerko.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what they did is they did packs. So you would pay for the Nifty, and then you randomly would get one of the series.
Dude, you got an awesome one.
So actually mine was not very rare. Here they are. This is the most rare one right here, 0.36% chance. Then the gold ones, then the silver ones. I got this one right here. This is the most common. I got this one.
But dude, those are still badass. Those are like, it's a sweet ass boombox.
Look at that with flames. This one's got lightning. Okay. Boom. So, you know, this is this one here might have audio with it. I can't tell from this or not. But anyway, they're doing some cool stuff.
There's a lot of great stuff that's happening here in the NFT space. And that's why we're so excited about NFT Day. Is actually, speaking of which, super rare. We're going to have a panel here coming up in a few with one of the founders of Super Rare, I believe.
Yeah, so this is Ethereum based, and you could see that people are buying, selling, and trading these pieces of art. And I love the fact that digital ownership is a real thing, right? So this piece of art that somebody owns doesn't degrade over time. The only way you can, you know, your mom would throw out your trading cards is if you give her your keys, right? Then she, you know, so mom, stay away from keys because you already threw out 2 bags of baseball cards when I was little. That would be incredibly valuable right now. I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter.
But you know, as long as you keep your keys, these are yours, and you have proof.
Yep. And you know what, like with trading cards over time, like, oh, damn, I accidentally dented the corner. Oh, these always stay mint. These are perfect shaped cards, you know, digital collectibles. And guess what? Now notice this, a lot of these digital collectibles still are squares or rectangles, and they don't have to be. Like that boombox you just showed us, that is an animated GIF, whichever you like. That's transparent background. You can think outside of the rectangle, folks, when it comes to NFTs.
You know, that's totter. Think outside the rectangle, totter.
Okay, great.
Now we know. Now we're going beyond tokenizing artwork and trading cards. Now we're seeing games being tokenized. Now, Gods Unchained is one of the more popular card-based tokenized games. So if you're familiar with games like Magic the Gathering, in real world, or if you're familiar with Hearthstone, digital trading card game that's not blockchain based by the world infamous Blizzard Entertainment, Gods Unchained takes that concept to the blockchain, where your cards have real ownership on the Ethereum blockchain, and you can play them in the game, but you can buy, sell, and trade them as well for Ethereum.
Yeah, and a lot of times those cards can grow substantially in value over time. The more rare they are, the more digitally scarce they are, the harder they are to get. Well, then other people may want to have those. And so that's what's really fun about this, is that some of those cards have unique powers. They have their own value. Everyone is worth a little bit different because all the cards are different and do different things, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And here's another one. In fact, this is currently the top DApp that's being tracked on dappradar.com, Splinterlands, a different type of trading card collectible game. And you and I I've played quite a bit. You've played a little bit. You're not a big gamer, but you're hodling packs of cards. And they've done some really innovative stuff. They have a great community of people that are playing and collecting. And every day they sell packs, and people, are playing this game and earning rewards.
Yep, every single day. And I think I've gone in there and opened up the packs, and it's really fun. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know if you're going to get a legendary one. And whenever you do a pack opening on Splinterlands, like the rare cards do their own little thing, has a different sound. The epic ones have their own different thing. Legendaries have their own different look and feel. So it creates this dopamine that people who are fans of that game play, and just, man, I want to have more packs. I want to open them. I want to get that experience and feel that again. So
yeah, and also people are tokenizing real world assets. So this is interesting. In fact, I'm going to take you directly to my BullionX display case here, because what's fun about this is you can actually play with your NFTs. So I have purchased these coins. They look gold. They're actually backed by real gold. If I wanted to sell these, they have the value. For example, this one is a 1 of 5, and it is backed by a 0.5 gram of gold. This is 1 of 25, and it's backed by 1 gram. And if I click this, it'll give you a little description about what this token is. And check this out. I can,
that is awesome.
Oh, that's
before we
sexy.
move on, you're on the page right now.
I am.
Click back to the previous page, if you could. Look at your logo there. That is awesome. So I don't know, a lot of you guys may not know this or not, but back in the day, Mr. Joel Comm, back in, I believe, 96, created a thing called Classic Games, which was all the different card games and blackjack and whatnot, all these fun games that you could play. And then Yahoo bought it, and bought his game, and that was his avatar. That was Mr. Joel Comm back in 1996.
That is true. I wore a yellow cap with the Yahoo logo and had a goatee. No goatee anymore, just like full grunge is what I have now. Thank you, Mr. Travis Wright, for pointing that out. And I want to point out here, the face on this coin is not Travis Wright at any point. But Tom Badley created this. Oh, he's bad, like us. So I purchased this coin, and Mr. Travis Wright, I've been actually having conversations with a gentleman from BullionX, and there is talks about perhaps us doing a limited edition Blockchain Heroes BullionX coin.
That could be really fun. We could put some characters and stuff on. You know what? We do have some really amazing badges.
Badges. You need badges.
Okay,
so let's move on from that to tokenizing virtual real estate.
Yes.
What does that look like? Well, there's a number of different platforms that people are doing this on. One of the better known ones is Decentraland.
Yeah, it's kind of like, remember Second Life, right?
I do.
It was sort of like that. In the Second Life, and you could buy places and build. I don't even know if Second Life's still around.
It is.
This is a crypto version of that. You buy a plot of land. It's sort of like Second Life meets Minecraft. And if you could go in and build your own little areas and fun areas, people can come and visit. You can sell your property, you can buy property, you can earn crypto along the way. And there are several of these sites that are gaining a lot of steam, some of which have completely sold out of a lot of their land.
It's like Second Life.
At Third Life.
Third Life. So, during the day today, in between speakers and during, for some of them, we're going to demonstrate some of these. So, we'll find a time to pull up. I'll open up Decentraland. We'll actually walk into it. Another one that will be, check this out. This is back in 2018 when Decentraland hadn't built anything yet. They just were pre-selling, and somebody bought a 126 piece of land for $215,000. Now it's launched. Yeah, now it's launched. Now it's new. Here's another one, Crypto Voxels, where you buy a piece of land and then you're able to, very Minecraft style, build a virtual property that you can walk through, that you could put artwork up on the walls, that you can invite your friends to. In fact, we have a Republic of Bad Cryptopia that was built in Crypto Voxels. And Travis, this land here right now with the names on it, it's all sold out. There is, like, you can get properties on the secondary market, but everything is full now.
Yeah, I think they're like opening up now, like islands around the mainland. So the mainland.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dubai, right? They're building, they're pulling all the land up there. What do they call that when they?
I don't know. They're building their own islands and stuff.
Yeah, they're building these islands, but they're dredging.
They're landsmithing.
Yeah, and so that's what's happening in Crypto Voxels now. Later today,
hey, watch out for the bouncer on the left. He does not play.
He's bad.
Somebody took his hat and he's pissed.
This is funny because we and John McAfee and Brock Pierce and Crystal Rose, and it looks like others soon, were included in this Chain Clash game where you own a digital version, a representation of a character that is a fighter in this game. And apparently we look pretty bad. We look badasser there than we are in real.
Actually, ours, our bad crypto clan, or whatever they call us in this game, we are the #1 most badass, or at least we were for the longest time. I think it's mostly because I look like I'm straight out of Alabama right now.
That's what your T-shirt should say: straight out of Alabama, straight out of Bama.
I got myself some tobacco. And I don't know. Yeah, but we kick people's asses. And so bring it on.
Funny.
Bring it on.
You can see the creativity here of the different things that people are doing in the space. Major League Baseball has the Champions game that allows you to purchase NFT cards and then insert your players into the real world. How does that work, Travis? How do you play the game?
Basically, how this game works is whenever there is baseball being played, which some days there's not, I guess, but very small season this year. But what happens on this is you pick which players you want, and if they play that day and they do well, then you earn these things called hats or caps, I believe, and you're able to use these caps to then buy more packs to open up new players and level up players and stuff. And this was really the very first mainstream giveaway. See at the top it says Dodgers crypto token.
Mm-hmm.
What they did at the Dodgers game was they gave everybody who came through a card with a QR code on it, I believe. They would scan it and were able to set up their own wallet and get their very first digital collectible on the Ethereum blockchain. So I know I have a few of these. You have a few of them. They're kind of interesting to see where they're going to take those.
Yeah. And of course, Topps was the one that broke ground on Wax as a collectibles platform. Another one that's out there that we've used to mint some things is the Engine Coin system. It's actually based on Ethereum, the Engine Coin is, but really easy to mint NFTs and create collectibles that are designed to be used in games.
Yeah. And what's interesting about the Engine token is they partnered with Samsung. And they have Samsung has a blockchain wallet built into their Galaxy Note 10 or 72. I don't know which one number they're up to now, but they have a blockchain wallet built in where you can store your Engine tokens within the phone.
And there will be more phones like that. Of course, our friends at NFT.cred are doing all kinds of innovative things to allow people to make different kinds of NFTs and really for different uses, that for people that want to build their brand, for creating engagement, for events, for enterprise. In fact, those of you who have signed up for paid tickets, you're going to get a Cred NFT goodie bag as part of your purchase. And that's going to include NFTs that are going to be available on the Ethereum blockchain. So another good reason for you to upgrade your ticket right now, if you're watching for free. We're glad you're here wherever you're watching, by the way. We're being broadcast to multiple YouTube channels, multiple Twitter and Periscope channels, multiple Facebook pages and groups. We're on theta.tv in DLive, both decentralized video streaming, and also on Twitch. We're everywhere. Like, even if you try to turn it off, we're going to show up in your brains.
It is. So. But think about this. So NFTs are not just digital collectibles. You could use them as business cards. I think the very first time that we ever saw that was Ken Bosak sent over his business card. I believe that was connected on Engine, I think, and you could burn it. You've set some up as well. You can have, there's drink coupons. Imagine you go to an event and you have your NFT coupon that will allow you to get your drinks. Maybe it'll allow you to get into the special VIP club, coupons, all kinds of different things could be NFTs. And so if you're a marketer, if you're thinking about things from a marketing perspective, NFTs can be a really cool tool in your tool set.
I want to get into the club. Let me stop sharing this for a moment, and I'm going to turn off my super sexy background just so I can actually show you something, and you'll see it on my phone. But this is in the Engine wallet, and you can see what I did here is I created Joel Comm business cards, and I handed these out at events. So if I encounter somebody say, hey, can I send you my card? They would give me their wallet, and then I would just scan it and boom, send the card to them right away. We now take you back to somewhere other than my office.
Wow. So there was a time where we used to meet people in person?
It seems like a long time ago, but yes, that actually,
wow.
That actually
That's what they're going to say in the future. They're like, whoa, you used to go places?
That did happen. Mintable.app is another place that you can create NFTs. There's a number of places that you can create them.
Mintbase.io is another one.
Yep. And, we're also seeing people take digital assets and make physical representations of them. This is created by our friend Oliver at cryptokaiju.io. He's created these vinyl toys that are backed by blockchain. On the bottom of this crypto kitty toy, you can scan an NFC and verify ownership of this, and the corresponding NFT, as you can see on the right, shows up in your wallet. So this is a really cool way. Travis, you and I are doing this with Blockchain Heroes physical decks of cards. We pre-sold an NFT that was a representation of the deck, and we're going to be shipping physical decks of cards to people in the not too distant future.
Yeah, it was sort of like a nifty starter. It was like a Kickstarter. I don't know that anybody else has done anything like that before, but it was cool to basically say, hey, we're thinking about it. It was all community driven too. We said, hey, we're thinking about printing out some decks for ourselves. Who else would like some? And then like 90% of the audience was like, we want one. And we said, okay, well, we'll create some. And then we put that together, and those things sold out in 42 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So we're going to run up on time here in a little bit, Travis, but real briefly, I want to talk about how we started going down the NFT rabbit hole for ourselves. 2 years after CryptoKitties, we began producing NFTs that we handed out to people who met us at live events. And earlier this year, there were 2 live events that we created these NFTs for. And so a limited number of people have this collectible for being at these events. But then we thought, wouldn't it be cool to develop POL, proof of listening, that if you're listening to our podcast, when that show drops, we tell you you have 72 hours to go to a website and put in your Ethereum wallet address, and then we send you an NFT.
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun. Originally, we did those on the Ethereum blockchain. And but right now, Ethereum has got such high gas fees that it's almost cost prohibitive So we've actually not done any proof of listening on Ethereum for a while. We moved over to Wax.
Yeah, it's like Ethereum is eating beans all day. So much gas. It's
much.
it's ridiculous. The bad dad jokes are going to keep coming, gang. Just so you know now, be forewarned. They don't stop here. So you know, when we saw what was possible on Wax, that's when we came up with the Blockchain Heroes concept, and now here we are, almost 3 weeks post sale of the cards. They sold out collectively in less than 20 minutes. All packs. We've got a great community at t.me/BC Heroes, and we're always innovating and exploring. We'll do a couple opens of packs today so you can see how it works if you haven't done it yet.
That'll be fun. Now, also, another thing is talking about NFTs and why they're becoming more and more important. Look what's happening here in the culture. William Shatner, he tokenized his favorite things, his favorite photos, put it on the Wax blockchain, and he did this thing called shards, where you would open up a pack, and when it would open, you would get like a third of a card. And once you had all 3 of those, then you could then merge them together, and it would do a little, and then it would turn into this. So
cards like this. This is actually part of my collection here. You can see these are shimmery, shiny cards. These are your common cards. Here's one with a missing shard.
It's nice. He looks pissed off right there. Beware of dog.
Yeah, don't mess with his dog. So these are fun because you can zoom it, click it, and you can look at the back to see, oh, what's this about? Behind the scenes of Weird or What. You'll never know where you'll find a friend. This is number 26 of 50 in this collection.
Yeah, and they sold out, what, 9 minutes?
Yeah, something like 9 minutes.
Absolutely. It was so hard to get those because it was like, man, everybody all at once was like, let's go.
And the guys at Cogs are bringing Pogs, the milk cap bottle, the milk caps tops that were collected in the 90s, in the 50s, and then again in the 90s. They've created a digital version of it, and they also had an incredible sale. Sold out everything. Packs are now going at a premium for those who missed it. And we're just getting started with all these, gang. We're just getting started with NFTs. You are here at the very beginning of this. Those that are creating NFTs right now, and those of you that are consuming them, we're all pioneers together. We're all building this community and this industry together. And you know, you're gonna look back and you'll have your grandchild on your knee and be, hey, those collectibles I remember when we was little, we collected them there garbage pail kids on the blockchain in Shatner shards.
Way back in the day. Get off my damn lawn.